Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm Kiv, your favorite degenerate, and today I want to talk about why I think Cortana, or part of her, may actually still be alive in the Forerunner domain or something similar, and also that she was helping the Master Chief and the weapon during the campaign, and she also probably has a couple of things left that could impact the story going forward. There's probably a couple of you that are already furiously typing in the comments, did you even play the game? She killed herself to save everyone, it was part of the story. Yes, I did play the game multiple times, and I was paying extra special attention to a couple of bits of info that I think 343 have razzle-dazzled into the actual story to help open up some avenues depending on how the community and how people reacted to the story. You know, kind of give themselves a bit of a back door to explain a couple of things. So let's just go through those little hints of info and then take it from there. Now, the Harbinger boss fight is where most of this happens, just towards the very end of the game. During this fight, there is a line that the weapon says that there is a different signal and that something is helping her.
It's switched again. It's found something.
What?
No idea, but I doubt it's good. Wait, there's something else here. Something's helping me.
I know that I've just shown everyone a random clip just with no context, so let me try to explain a little bit of what's happening here. The Harbinger is trying to use the silent auditorium to release and wake up the remaining Endless. Because of this, the Chief has to get to her, but she's got this protective shield around her. The weapon is trying to stop her from waking up the Endless, and also make it so that the Chief can actually fight and defeat her. However, she gets help from a mysterious unknown source. I think that this is part of Cortana, and there are a couple of other things that do also hint at this. We see data clusters of her throughout the campaign, and the weapon doesn't think much of it, but at the end of the game she sends a proper message to the Chief. She states that she only had a couple of milliseconds to plan all of this, but it's known in the Halo lore that smart AI can do a crap ton of work in just a couple of milliseconds. Okay, so we've gone through that initial opening for it. Now let's explain what happens after the fight. When the entire silent auditorium is crashing down and being destroyed, a mysterious portal is opened, and the weapon states herself that she has no idea where it goes, who opened it, and what the actual deal is with it. But there's no other options. She has no idea what else to do, so the Chief just says, screw it, I guess we're just gonna have to jump. And he jumps through to safety on the other side at the Halo ring, and the pilot picks them up for the end of the game.
Maybe there's a way to...
Was that you?
Would it help if I said yes?
Probably.
But we don't know where it's going, or even if it's going anywhere.
Any other suggestions?
No, but this is a really bad idea!
So clearly, there's something that's helping them out here. Is it Cortana or is it something else? Well, there's nothing else in the story that really points to it being anything else. And we do know from the legendary ending that there is a bit of a mendicant and offensive bias sort of connection with the story. So I do believe that part of her is remaining in the domain, and we do know from Halo 4's story that Cortana did put part of herself in the Forerunner domain, at least as far as I remember. If you really want to squint your eyes and kind of tip your head to the side, maybe you could argue that it's Isabel from the Spirit of Fire, from the Halo Wars series, helping them out and connecting the two storylines together. But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because they're both UNSC AIs, so they would be able to identify each other really easily. It wouldn't be a mysterious unknown source. So we've been through what this potential mysterious source could be. Let's try and explain why that's happened if it is Cortana. Well, in Halo 4, we know that she did fuse part of herself with the Forerunner domain. Not much is really understood about the domain, but the easiest explanation I can give is that it is basically their version of the internet. In the final mission of Halo 4, Cortana actually uses her rampancy to overwhelm the system, so that way the Chief can then defeat the Didact. So when you think about it, it's a very similar concept to the final fight in Halo Infinite, where they try to separate the connection and break the shield that's protecting the Harbinger so that the Chief can then defeat her. Is that just a massive coincidence? I don't know, but it's pretty fishy to me. Additionally, the Silent Auditorium is a new location that is just in Halo Infinite that is probably linked together with the domain, which makes sense for why she would be able to help Chief and the weapon in the final fight against the Harbinger and help them escape afterwards when it's all coming crashing down. Now, how does this actually affect the future story of the game? Well, I think that 343 were writing themselves a backdoor exit in case part of the community weren't really big on the weapon. After the way that Halo 5 went, it kinda makes a little bit of management sense for them to have a plan B for their story in case a lot of the community comes back saying that they don't like the direction that Halo Infinite went in. So, say for example, they wanted to make the weapon a bit more similar to our classic Cortana, they could fuse the two together because of the memory fragments that lay around the Halo ring, and also because of the potential remains of part of Cortana in the Forerunner domain. So, that's my thoughts on what this could mean for the future of the story, and how it could change depending on how the DLC goes. But at the end of the day, that's just my thoughts on all of this, because I connected the dots in this particular way. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I haven't seen many other people, or really anyone, talk about this on a big scale, so feel free to share this video around so that other people in the community can start to also know about if this could be something to consider for future DLC on Halo Infinite. Thank you all for watching this video until the very end, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We're about to hit 1K, and I cannot wait to go through this milestone with all of your help. That's just about it from me though. I've been Kiv, and I'll see you all on the next one.